I'm the truth and I mean literally. I had polos in a stable for stability. Yeah, it's not a sketch, I was stepping in my Timberlands. Yeah, to get to you and then infinity. All she eat is pasta, we in Italy. Ain't finna pull up in no joggers, this is Tiffany's. It's not a sketch, I was stepping in my Timberlands. Yeah, to get to you and then infinity. Before I leave the booth, you gotta bounce it. I'm doing features, how to plug through the houses. I'm not showing up to your shoot, cause I'm counting. I'm in the telly with my feet up moving mountains. It's not a threat, but it's a promise. I just pay the ties, I can boost up your allowance. Writing down the vibes while I'm texting my accountant. Flew back to the city, presidential like Obama. Heard I made $1, now they senses on a comma. Mama had me in Dior at my Christian and designer rug, I let Chubbs make his entrance.
What is cracking, you guys? Today, we are talking about something super fun, all right? There's no secret out there that I'm a huge fan of M81, and I've been building a full M81 loadout, God's Plaid loadout, for the last little while, and it's beautiful, all right? We're doing a full video on it very shortly. This is the last piece of the puzzle. I've been waiting for it for a long time, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. But this is the Noveske NSR by EMG. And it is beautifully Cerakoted in M81. And I am in love. This thing is really, really cool. Let's talk about it. So EMG has been super awesome to me, and they have sent me over quite a few guns in the past, and I really appreciate it. So big thank you to EMG for sending this over again. We also got one more gun to talk about too, but more on that later. And yeah, this is a super special gun. So this is an AEG. For those of you who don't know, I basically only run gas blowbacks. I have been for the last like 3-4 months kind of a thing. But this gun has got me coming back to AEG. I just really, really like it. I don't know if it's the look, I don't know if it's the feel, but yeah, it's nice because AEGs have kind of always been something that I've never really been the biggest fan of, because I feel like when you get one, they kind of just aren't very good. And the amount of work that you have to do with it to get it good, you know, it's doable, but it's just kind of expensive and time consuming, and you buy one piece and it kind of ends up breaking 4 others, and it's just kind of frustrating unless you do like a full build all in one, which I know there's people who do that, and I know there's people who are diehard AEG people, all good. But I prefer to get a gun and just have it work, pretty much stock. That's kind of just the way I am now. I don't want to tinker with my guns all day, every day. I've had so many times where I think I fixed a problem and then I go out to the field and my whole day is just ruined because something else breaks on the gun, right? So having a gun that works right out of the box, really, really good, is a treat. And that's kind of why I've liked my Tokyo Marui gas blowback. So this gun, all right? I feel like it's the perfect length, first of all. It's kind of like a 10-inch barrel. It's actually a 9.75-inch rail system. But I've always loved Noveske's furniture, and just everything about Noveske is just beautiful. And I've never had one before, so this is really special to me. So yeah, we got an M-LOK rail up here, of course Cerakoted in the beautiful God's Plaid, and it just looks fantastic. So I'm really stoked on that. It's a good diameter, feels good in the hands. But yeah, 10-inch barrel up here, so you can mount all of your suppressors and tracer units and all that good stuff, which of course we will be doing. Now what's cool is like a lot of these guns are coming with MOSFETs and things built in now. I feel like that's so good. Like, to not do that, you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot as a company, I feel like. And the price is not unreasonable for a gun like this, which is super cool too. It feels like a premium upgraded gun right out of the box. Love the stock on here. I've always been a big fan of the like PTS MOE stocks, so I love what they've got going on here. And then you've got just kind of like your buffer tube style battery compartment, which it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing big. Doesn't hold a ton of battery space, but it works, and all my batteries can fit in there, no problem. That's what I'm used to. I love the pistol grip. I love that we're past the like A1 or A2 style pistol grip for M4s. It's got a nice vertical incline. It's not too aggressive, but not too straight, and I like it. Now for all my ambidextrous fanboys out there, we got ambidextrous everything on this gun, which is super duper cool. Typically, I'm not a big fan of it, I'll be honest. I find the left-hand side, or sorry, the right-hand side, it's for the left-hand users, fire controls always get in the way. They always get in the way for me. But these are like compact fire selectors. Super clicky, by the way. Love that. A lot of AEGs aren't. Yeah, doesn't get in my way at all. So I really, really like that. But yeah, you've got an ambidextrous bolt release, actually, which is crazy. And you've also got ambidextrous mag release, which is cool. So I do actually find it a little difficult to get the normal mag release down. Actually, it seems better now. Maybe I just had to break it in a little bit. I think that's probably it. But it was kind of a pain at first. I find I really had to push it to eject the mag. You can lock the bolt back, which is cool, by pulling the bolt release outward on the other side, and it will lock back the bolt so you can expose the hop-up. I will say the charging handle is absolutely beautiful, Noveske charging handle. I'll have a nice B-roll clip of that. So yeah, if we lock that to the rear, then we can access our hop-up unit. Now this is kind of my biggest gripe with the gun. I feel like every AEG at this point should be coming with a rotary style hop-up. It's just what I prefer. It's clicky, it's tactile, it's not gonna slip out on you throughout the day. Didn't have any issues with that happening, but I know these hop-ups, they're kind of notorious for that. So that's kind of my only gripe with it, but very minor complaint. It does the job, it hops BBs great, and it's very accurate. So there's no real need to take it out unless I notice any slipping going on. But for now, it's great. And then we'll hit the ambidextrous bolt release here. Ooh, pretty cool. Yeah, what else to talk about? Oh, we got something fun to talk about. Kind of going more off the mag release and whatnot. This has a flared magwell stock, which is super dope, and I've never seen that come on another gun, which is really rad. And yeah, it just makes those mag inserts so stupid easy. Like you can mess it up completely, and it just directs it right in as long as you keep pushing, which is cool. Yeah, really, really cool. And also just like all the little Noveske emblems. So on all the pins, there's little Noveske emblems. All the trades, all that stuff is just super, super beautiful. And I really, really like it. Yeah, they've just gone the extra mile on the body of this gun. It's a gorgeous receiver, so I'm a big fan of that. And in terms of accuracy, the gun shoots really, really good too. Once you dial that hop up in, it is fantastic. So yeah, there's not really a whole lot of negatives about this gun in my opinion. Also, one thing that's kind of cool and unique is the gearbox that's on this. So it does have a quick change spring, it is LiPo ready, all that good stuff, because it does have a MOSFET, which again, like why would you even make a gun if it isn't that today, in my opinion. But it's got a little button in here that if you press and hold, obviously with a battery in it, I don't have a battery in it right now, you can program the firing modes, which I like a lot better than having to like hold the trigger down and stuff like that. I just think that's kind of like silly, and you know, you shouldn't be pulling the trigger unless you're actually shooting. So it seems kind of counterintuitive, but yeah, I really like this way of doing it. I think it's a great method. If I can find it. I mean, if you look for it, it's easy. There it is. But there's just like a little button in there, and yeah, it works great. I am gonna pull a trigger here just to show you guys the micro switch trigger as well. I love that all these guns are coming with micro switch triggers now, and you can just hear a nice click when I pull a trigger. Hopefully that's picking up. But the trigger feels really good for an AEG. Of course, there's no like break or anything like that, but you know, it's an AEG, and the trigger feels good enough. But it's a nice tight spring too, which I actually really like. There's some weight behind the trigger. Also, yeah, the silver trigger is really cool too. Just a small little touch. It is, I wish it was a flat face trigger, but I'm used to the curved style triggers. That's what I've always kind of grown up using, and it's what I've got on my GBBRs and that sort of thing too. So it's A-okay in my book, but it's kind of cool that it's been painted silver or Cerakoted or something. Now, I will say about the Cerakote, it's really, really cool, but I kind of already see it fading a little bit in some places. So you know, just bear that in mind. Like, it is going to chip a little bit and whatnot. I'm actually surprised how much it already has chipped. I don't know if that's just mine or what, but mainly the parts where it is chipping is like the plastic areas, so like on your pistol grip, the high traffic areas, and it's obviously like paint doesn't really stick that well to plastic, so it's understandable. But the body, I'm sure, will look good for years, so I'm stoked on that. I'm really excited to have this gun. I think it's really, really cool, really something special, and yeah, I'm excited to use it more. You guys will see lots of gameplays with this in the future. I think this will kind of be my main gun for a little bit. So yeah, shake it up a little bit, do something a little different, and yeah, I'm excited. I love the length, love the profile. If I was to get a real M4, I live in Canada, I can't, but if I was to get a real one, this would be pretty similar to what I'd want to build. So thanks so much for watching this review, and big thank you to EMG for sending this over. This was a pain to get through customs. I live in Canada, once again. So for all my Canadian friends, do your research, figure out how to get it through customs. I'm not going to say anything because, yeah, we're just not going to go there. So yeah, but if you live in the States, you can pick up this gun and really enjoy it. So yeah. Big thank you guys for watching. Big thank you to you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. Stay awesome, guys. Peace.